Hello everyone and welcome to your weekly workout. Today we are working again the back side of the body, but not just the lower half of the body, also the upper half of the body. So we're going to be doing some deadlifts, we're going to be doing some rows, some single arm variations of those rows, and also some rear delt flies. So this again is a 2-part workout. You're going to do the first superset 4 times through. So 2 exercises alternating A, then B, A, then B, A, then B, A, then B. Rest as needed in between. Now it's going to be a deadlift and a bent over row. If you have a barbell setup, you can use barbells for both of these movements, or you could use dumbbells. Whatever you've got, you can use. I'm going to demo with the barbell because that easily translates with the dumbbells, and then I'll show the rows with both the barbell and the dumbbells. So that's part 1. With your deadlift, your feet are hip width distance apart, okay? They point straight forward, they're parallel to one another. You're going to stand in front of your bar, and the bar is going to be right at your shins. Then, as with all of our deadlifts, it's a hinge movement. So I'm going to hinge at my hips, take a slight bend in my knees as I press my butt back and my shins back. I'm then going to grab onto the bar. Core is braced, so don't let your low back dip here. You don't want to let it round. Nice and neutral with strong abs. Grab onto the bar. Lock the shoulder blades down the back. So that's why this is such a great total body movement. Your lats are now engaged. My core is engaged. Now I'm going to push into the ground while I squeeze my glutes and my hamstrings to stand. And I'm going to push my thighs into the bar and pull the bar into my thighs. I don't thrust my hips forward or do any weird stuff like that. And then to come down, you're going to glide that bar down your thighs, down your shins, touch the ground. Make sure you're locked and loaded. Squeeze glutes, hams, core. Stand. So these are not Romanian deadlifts. These are true deadlifts. We're doing 6 total. This is what it will look like. Now, since it's only 6 reps, I want you to go heavy. What is heavy? What's heavy for me may not be heavy for you. So don't worry about what I can do. 6 heavy reps for you to where you can still maintain your form. Now, if I were doing this as heavy as I could for 6 reps, I would not be able to use this barbell for my bent over rows. But I've got it set up so that I can use the same weight for both. So after your deadlifts, you've got bent over rows, and we're going to do 10 of these. You're going to grab your barbell, just like you would for that deadlift position, but I want you to come all the way up to standing. Great, now hinge at your hips so your torso is about at a 45-degree bend. You're going to pull your elbows back, barbell towards your belly button, and then release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Get those elbows all the way back behind the body. And then set it down when you're done with your 10. Again, rest if you need to, and which you should, and then start back up with your 6 heavy deadlifts. Now, with the dumbbells, deadlift movement with dumbbells just like this. So same thing, I'm not going to spend a lot of time there. But for your bent over rows, palms face in, squeeze all the way back. All the way back. My elbows are getting behind my torso. Try not to let your shoulders creep up by your ears. There you have it. So again, 4 rounds of that. 6 heavy deadlifts, 10 bent over rows, 4 times through. Take a couple minutes rest. We'll get into the second portion of the workout. This includes single arm rows, single arm dumbbell rows, rear delt flies, and then standing hammer curls. So with the single arm rows, let me move this barbell out of the way. I got one of those adjustable dumbbells set up to a heavy for me setting. I like to use my incline bench as a support. Stagger your feet. So if you're rowing with your right arm, your left foot is forward, your right leg is back. Brace yourself on that front object. If you don't have an incline bench, you can put your hand on your thigh. And again, we're going to pull that weight all the way back. And we are doing 12 of these. Single arm row, 12 per side. So I'm gonna pull the dumbbell all the way back and lower down. All the way back, lower down. Squeeze. You're squeezing your lat. So you're not just pulling your elbow up to the sky like this, okay? Pull back and squeeze. Back and squeeze. And this also doesn't mean that you need to like go super slow, right? Pull with intention, but not momentum. It's not like this, right? Squeeze. Squeeze. Use the lat. So you're using this muscle right here to squeeze it back. 12 on the right, switch. 12 on the left. Then we've got our rear delt flies. Now these are tricky, you guys. These are tricky. I'll show you from the side and from the front. So a long time ago, I used to tell people to squeeze their shoulder blades, and that is extremely inaccurate. What you want to do, hinge at your hips. Again, find that 45-degree bend. Weights are down in front of you, palms face in. Fly your pinkies out to the sides, but you also want to keep your shoulder blades spread across the back. So squeeze, squeeze. 12 to 15 from the front. Okay, head neutral. And I like to stop before the weights come together so that I don't get that momentum, that pause at the bottom, and then can swing back up. Pause before you get to the very bottom. Again, these don't need to be fast. But you should feel this in the back part of your shoulder. It has nothing to do with squeezing your shoulder blades. Squeeze the back of your shoulder. Whew. That's where you get it. Hammer curls, the easiest movement of today. Grab your weights, palms in, hammer curl. 15 of these from the side. Squeeze, lower with control. Squeeze, lower with control. Set the weights down. Rest as needed between rounds, and then you'll start back up with the 12 rows on the right, 12 rows on the left. And then you did, what did you do after that? Oh yes, rear delt flies, and then your hammer curls. And there you've got your backside workout. Enjoy.